I'm enjoying today. Maybe it's just because I know I'm going to go in to town tonight. Maybe it's because the sun's shining. Maybe it's because I like being out here. But I'm pretty sure it's because I'm going to town. Good morning. It is morning time. Sometime between 7 and 8, I think. We had a good night's sleep. It did not rain. There were blue skies. I don't know if y'all can see that. Soggy clothes. I told Lookout, I said, I'm going to pack up and eat my breakfast in my dry clothes so that I can feel human for just a little longer this morning. Because yesterday morning I got up and put on my clothes pretty quickly. But yeah, everything's soggy. But looks like good weather right now, so we'll see if that holds out for the rest of the day. Lookout said that in Vermont, pretty much it's, nice during the day and the rains at night, but it didn't rain last night, so that was nice. And I also set up my hammock like right beside what looked like a moose thoroughfare, so I didn't get jostled or I didn't really hear anything last night. Actually, I slept good. I did get my feet too low last night, but I said, we're just gonna deal with it. Well, my food bag is getting to a respectable, reasonable weight, but we're going into town tonight, so I might make some bad choices and fill that sucker back up. But I doubt it because we're going to be going, actually, no, I will get some more fruit. I'll get another apple or two. For sure, I'm going to do that because I like that. And since Lookout and I are hiking together now, we can go splitsies on things, which is nice. So, like, when I went to the grocery store the last time, I, picked up because I got Nutella, and I already had peanut butter, and I picked up a thing of, tortillas, and I was like, no, not worth it. I'll just eat the stuff straight out of the jar. So, and that's what I've been doing. Hiker rolls. Well, I guess no, real life rolls. My daughter does that in real life. She just gets a Nutella and eats about a spoonful. So, anywho, getting ready to use the Privy one last time, put on my clothes, and we've got, I think, 10.8 to Lincoln Gap, which is the road where we can get a hitch into the hostel, into the town. I think the two towns are called Bristol and Warren, or Warrenton. So the comments on Far Out as far as like resupply are kind of bleak, but I think there's like a local, it looks like there's a couple places to get good food, like sandwiches, things like that, which, might could get one to pack out for lunch tomorrow. That's a good plan. I like that plan. But, get a good calorie-rich dinner. And, Lookout can get some more food for his bear barrel, which I covet. I haven't had any issues hanging my bear bag, but I don't know. That's the thorn in my side out here is the bear bag, hanging that, finding a tree to do it. And like out here, like you can see like them's like slim pickings for bear bag hanging because there's branches everywhere, but not good branches isolated where a bear can't get to it. So you have to find a bear box. Maybe I'll find one somewhere along the way. Maybe not. Maybe it's just not meant for me. Maybe that's not the life for me out here. But anywho, that's enough yapping. I gotta put on my wet clothes. I can do it. This is what I call nature's car wash. Pine fresh. Video. We just saw a moose print. Getting ready to stop and have second breakfast. We're, I don't know how many miles in for the day. Spin move. But so far today, it's been pretty gentle ups and downs, which has been nice. Oh, there's another one. See it? We're hot on the trail. Maybe I should be quiet. But it's been gentle ups and downs. Sun's out, so my spirit is feeling better today after 2 wet, soggy, rainy days. So we are 5.5 miles in for the day. We stopped at the Cooley Glen shelter, which is right on the trail. Love it when a shelter is right on the trail, for lunch. And we actually ran into 2 other northbound LT hikers, Miles and Mission. We stopped for second breakfast a little bit ago and ran into them. And then they beat us here for lunch. So they've gone to scout for water. It appears that water's like 0.3 down like a side trail, which is unfortunate. But that's the only water until we get off the trail. So we will be going down there as well to get some water. Overall, it's been a good day. The ups and downs, I said this earlier, have been really mild. So it doesn't feel like it's been as much of a huff and puff. Excited to get off trail tonight and take a shower, get some clean clothes, some dry clothes, dry out my daggone shoes. So I'm looking forward to that. And there's a restaurant, the hostel that we're staying at is Hostel Tevere. I don't know, I'm gonna have to ask how you pronounce that. But it apparently there's a restaurant connected to it, and the information on Far Out's a little mixed in terms of the hours of operation. One thing says it's not open until like Wednesdays through Sundays. One thing says it's just closed on Mondays. I don't know, so hopefully it's open tonight and we can have ourselves a glorious dinner. Otherwise there's some other food spots, but I don't have to do much in way of resupply, which is good. I'm gonna behave myself. Because my food bag is reasonable weight. So we're just going to get enough stuff to get us to Burlington, which that should be another 4 days out. But that's all I got to report at the midday break. I'm enjoying today. Maybe it's just because I know I'm going to go in to town tonight. Maybe it's because the sun's shining. Maybe it's because I like being out here. But I'm pretty sure it's because I'm going to town.
got one ear up, pointing right at us. About us at all.
No. It's pretty big.
It does have.
Good evening. It is like 10 o'clock, which means it's like 3 a.m. in hiker speak. We are in the hostel. I still didn't ask the owner how you pronounce it. Tevere. Tevere. Maybe I should look it up. I'm going to ask him in the morning. We came down from Emily Proctor shelter to Lincoln Gap. So that was like a parking lot where a lot of people can do like a day hike or like local hiking. So we came down out of that and there was a trail runner like coming towards us crossing the road, and I said, "Hi, are you local?" And he's like, "No, I'm Burlington, a local-ish." And I said, "Oh, well, I'm trying to decide what side of the road I need to stand on to put my thumb out." And I told him where we were going. He's like, "Oh, I'm going the other way, or I'll give you a ride." And I was like, "Oh, no worries, whatever." And but then like we kind of stood there, and Lookout put his thumb out for one car, and he has bug net on his head, and he goes, "Maybe I should take this off." I said, "Yeah, it's a little scary." And then finally the trail runner came over and he goes, "I can give y'all a ride. Come on." And so we were able to get in the car with him, and he brought us down to the hostel. His name's Patrick, and he's a librarian in Burlington, a school librarian. So he was really nice. It was really nice to him to give us a ride. But anyway, so we got to the hostel and got all settled, got showers, and I'm waiting on laundry to finish right now. The owner, Ryan, took us out to dinner. He came in, he goes, "What do you want for dinner?" We were both like, "Food." So he gave us a ride, and the three of us went and had dinner, and then he took us to the grocery store so you could get a couple resupply things. I behaved myself. I did not get too much. I got just the right amount. But the place was like packed, and there was only one server, so it was kind of a bit of a chaos towards the end. And it took a little bit long to get out of there, but it was good food, and I've got a little corner of a quesadilla to have for breakfast, for first breakfast. And then we went to the grocery store, resupplied, and then came back here, and so now we're doing laundry, and I've called everyone, done all my official I'm alive business with the family. But I am tired. So overall, it was a good day. There was no rain. I'm so glad there was no rain, and I'm gonna have dry clothes and dry shoes starting out tomorrow. Oh, I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow. I'm like, should I look at the weather or should I not look at the weather? I'm kind of leaning towards let's not. But anyway, so the owner, Ryan's going to give us a ride back to the trail in the morning, which is really nice. But yeah, overall it was a good day. Like I said, no rain, and the ups and downs were a lot more gentle. More like they ran us straight up a mountain and then straight down and then straight up and then straight down. So it was more gradual, which was really nice. So tomorrow's 4,000 foot. We got two, Mount Abraham and Mount Ellen, I think, but luckily there's going to be a ridge walk in between them, so don't have to go all the way down to go back up again. Anyways, that's day 8, right? Yep. But we can wake up tomorrow and do it all over again. I will see you then.